Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys, to the Third Party Podcast, where we are your third party opinions for film and animation. I am your host, JRB. Sadly, Alex is not here. He won't be here for a little while. Not sure how long, but we'll see. Hopefully around July. He said he might be available to do a couple. But anyways, today I'm here with a very, 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 very special guest. I've not been this hyped up over a guest in ever. You thought I was hyped up about X-Sense? Nah. Nah. This guy. Curtis.
Oh, man.
Hey, bro. Alright, people gotta know. This guy, OG. OG A&V editor. One of, like, just in my friend group, I guess, like from back in the day.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's crazy.
We go way back, which is really odd because like I stopped for a while and like I do more editing for like YouTuber stuff.
Yep.
Like not in your sense, like it's like smaller things, but and like film stuff.
You always did that too, which is crazy. You were always into YouTube.
Yeah, but
I want to give
been a while.
I know. I want to give a little bit of context too. Curtis was in my old AMV group, the first one I ever made, called The Moon. Which is
a badass group. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was. I miss it. I miss. Do you remember Gluma?
Yes.
Yep. Me and him started that because I remember he just texted me out of the blue. He's like, "You want to start an anime group?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then Moon became a thing. Also, Curtis is the only person I have ever collabed with, which I think is
it's
really
an honor to be the only person, man.
at least back in AMV, because now like with X-Sense, I'm doing like mocap stuff for him. So I guess that's collabing, but it's like it's in the new age of stuff where we're all doing animation and shit, and it's like okay. It's not
you guys went far and beyond. I was like,
I
want to try, maybe not yet.
Nah, you gotta. I don't even know I don't know what to say about it. It's all just like, I mean, it's similar. You're trying to go into short films and shit. I feel like it's similar. You know, trying to.
I definitely got to learn it because of that aspect, but
I'll teach you one of the days I'm down there.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I'm going to Hawaii. I think I announced this on Nate's podcast, but I was going to Hawaii for like a week, 8 days, about 8 or 9.
Yeah. A little over a week.
Yep. So he's the first editor I've ever collabed with, and the first one I'm ever gonna meet.
Yes, sir. We're gonna have some fun.
We better no.
It's crazy, dude. Like, I think overall, like for internet friends, other than people in Hawaii, you're the first one I'm gonna meet that has never lived in like Hawaii before. So it's weird. It's like trippy to think about.
Yeah, it's for me. It's trippy because when it came to like online friends, which I think this could be a cool topic, but like online friends, I haven't stuck around with a lot of them. Same. A lot of people
unfortunately
left. I mean, some people that are like that, because most of my online friends happen to come from AMVs. That was like when I was like really prevalent at like talking to people and like trying to mingle or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Like, you know, network,
gang,
get to know people.
You know, Genj.
Yeah.
But Moon Gang, yeah. We I haven't kept up with anybody, and I think like I don't think you're the longest, but you're definitely the only one the longest that I've kept up with as much as I have. Especially considering recently with being in the Discord server and like talking.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
100%. 110%.
Yeah, cuz I think back to like Carson, Bella, shout out to you guys. We love you.
Oh yeah.
But
OGs.
I don't talk that much to them. I kept up with Carson for a while, and he might have been the longest. But I think like the recently like past couple of years we haven't talked that much. Last time I talked to him was about what do you think about AI art and people using it like your style?
Wow, that was.
I had that topic with him like before it became like a hot button issue. I talked to him about it because I was like, what if I could train a thing on your style? Would you be okay with it? This is what I did.
He's probably be like, what?
Yeah, I was just asking like morality because I think I was trying to come up with some YouTube video when I was going crazy at doing all the YouTube topic based videos.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, man. I just want to know what you've been up to.
Yeah.
I just
What
want
I've been up to? Oh God.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Or
wrong.
actually, do you want to like slightly introduce yourself, like from AMV to like now type of thing?
Yeah. So back in 2015, 2016 technically, but like the end of 2015, I was mostly doing YouTube with a friend of mine who was also in the group that I'm in, Chronics. Name is Brendan. He's like
Okay,
the
shout out
yes.
Brendan.
Shout out Brendan.
I'm trying to get him on the pod probably next.
He's gonna
Hopefully.
get on soon.
You gotta
Yeah,
tell.
hopefully next.
Can we pressure him in the podcast
I'll,
to come on next?
I'll pressure him.
Okay.
Get on next, you mother. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
So we were doing YouTube, and then I was like only watching Naruto, and then my friend got me into SAO, and then from then on, I just got super into anime, and then I was watching all these different animes, and then because I was editing on YouTube, I started watching a lot of MVs, and I already watched like the old school ones, right? You know,
Oh yeah,
like,
the really old school ones.
really old ones, and then that's when I started seeing people like AMV Crisis. Shout out to Kyle
Oh
if he
yeah.
ever watches this, and
Let's go.
a bunch of
Kyle.
other people. And after that, I was like, "Fuck, I want to try it." I think it would be cool to try it. Because then I started seeing people from Hawaii do it, and I was
Oh.
like, I feel like I can do better. Like, no offense to them, they're good.
Yeah.
I felt like I could do better. There's a lot of really great ones nowadays. They're fucking amazing. But
Yeah,
back then there wasn't.
my edits do not compare to some people nowadays. I can like pinpoint a few that I'm like, maybe this works nowadays, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, no.
It used
my
to be so
style
much
is
easier.
Gone. It was so much easier back then. So easy to just fucking, I'll mask this. And do
Mask
that and
this.
whatever.
Let's add a shake. Call it a
Yes,
day.
S_shake, man. That's all we needed back then.
It literally was.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I really got into it to the point where I was like, I want to join groups, and I was joining random groups left and right up until I remember seeing JRB, like underscore AMV or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
I
it was
like,
AMV
oh,
at
this
the time.
guy is fucking cool. Like, his fucking shit is crazy. And then I saw like Moon. I was like,
Were
I wanna
you
join his group.
were you there when I was in Power Director phase, or were you there during
Yes.
After Effects? Oh.
Power Director. That's what you used to collab with me.
Nope.
That's-
No, I used After
Was it?
Effects at the time.
Was it really After Effects?
Yeah, I had to make
I
sure
swear it was Power Director.
it's not. I know the exact time when that shifted, but I had to specifically, because I knew your style of editing,
Yeah.
so I had to specifically edit like you to make the
Oh, I see what
collab
you mean.
match. So I was doing
Yeah.
like effects that I would normally not use.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'll try and like fit the vibe of like how you do stuff.
Yeah, it worked, and I still remember it. Something the fact, man, touche. And then like, I remember seeing your shit. I was like, holy fuck, I gotta
Whose
like
song
do
is
something
that?
different. I forget.
Is
I
that
forget.
is
I
that
just remember
MR is
song.
that MRP Michael
It might be.
something? I feel like I made
It
him a
might be.
music video at one point, and then we were like, oh, let's use his song.
Oh, that's so cool. I think it might have been. I don't remember though, but
Yeah, I don't either. He sounds familiar. That's why I was like,
it sounds so familiar. That's a
Damn.
fact. We gotta look at it. But anyway, yeah. So when I joined Moon and all that, and I started talking to Josh, and I think we got like decently close at the time, and like I was still very new.
to be fair, I don't
And
think
the
I
editor.
don't think I talked to you that much when we started
Yeah,
out.
no.
It-
We didn't talk a whole lot. We would send each other stuff here and there.
Yeah, especially in like the Instagram group chats when that was like
Yeah.
a major thing, or like the Kick
Yeah.
group chats.
Yeah. Because I remember like I just wanted to collab with everybody. I was like, man, I was able to collab with you, Carson, Kyle, like all these other people. I didn't get to collab with way bigger creators at the time because I started slowing down a little bit. But anyways, yeah, it was good fun just like seeing like Law and Aztec and all these fucking crazy ass groups back in the day. It was like
Bro,
it was just nice because I was from Hawaii and it was a small place and it was cool to like
just
you
know
know, like-
people from everywhere essentially.
yeah, you know.
Yeah,
in
I-
Hawaii it's a very small community, so
I
it's
always-
like holy shit.
I kind of felt the same way because I remember like I was really proud of my edits. I would even show them to my mom, like I'd be like, "Yo, look at the thing of it."
I would too. Look at the views, Mom.
Yeah, look at the views. And she would, I would just be like, "Oh, yo, this person's from England. Oh, this person's from Hawaii. Oh, this one's from Dubai." I would like
Exactly, bro.
she's like,
Exactly.
"No."
I was like, oh yeah, he's from here, and this guy's from fucking Canada and shit. And they're like, how do you know these people? I'm like, God, don't worry about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn. I miss it. I do sort of miss it. I remember trying so hard to get into law, and then when that finally happened,
Dude, I remember when you did. I was like, fuck. Holy
oh my
shit.
god, it took so long. It was so funny because I remember Faust. Do you remember him?
I think so. I
Law
think
dot.
so.
He's the leader of Law dot Faust. Yeah,
Yeah.
the glitch style thing. He
Yeah, he did.
he. I was texting him nonstop. I would send him edit after edit, and then he was like, "Next one, let me see what you do next time. Next one, you're getting
Oh,
better."
damn.
And then the next one, I remember posting it. It was like, I liked it, and I remember being out with like 4 friends in like a car, and we were just driving, and I got
Yeah.
the text, "You're in," and then
Oh my
I
god.
remember crying in the car because of like how hard I was trying to get in there. It sounds so
Yeah.
cringe now, but I genuinely was trying so hard to get
No, but
into
you
that.
were because I remember you were just pumping and pumping so much. I couldn't keep up at the
Yeah.
time. I was
So,
fucking out.
sorry, I was about to make a bad joke. Not on the
No, do
podcast.
it.
No,
Oh,
not on the podcast. You kept
oh.
saying,
We're on the podcast. I can't say no. Can't say nothing that bad yet.
nah,
After maybe.
it's fine. I don't care. We're not monetized. Nobody gives a shit here.
Yeah, so I was about to ask if it's cool to vape. I don't know if we can even.
Bro,
do
I do that 24/7. I'm the only one who vapes in the podcast.
well,
You're good.
I guess I do too now.
Don't worry.
But yeah, no, I mean, what was it like for you? You know, like I don't know if you talked about it on the podcast, but what got you into it? I don't think we've talked about it. I remember we were like saving these questions for the podcast, like because we've
Yeah,
been gaming for so long now.
Yeah. So when I was in 7th grade, middle school, I don't know how
Yeah.
that works for you guys. I think it's the same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I had a friend named Zach. He moved to Vegas. Like
Oh wow.
during high school, right when I started like peaking and getting into like law and all that. But he got me into like anime. Before there was another friend that got me into Attack on Titan. I remember he showed me while we were at the library at next to the school. We would hang out after school there, and he showed me
Yeah.
the first episode of Attack on Titan. I had no idea what the fuck anime was.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
like yo, watch this, and I binge watched the entire series like that night.
Holy shit.
It was so good. And then I
It
remember
was.
my friend Zach showing me, like, we were just into anime and we would do a lot of videos together. He's the dude I did the Naruto live action with.
Oh.
Like
okay,
that
okay,
really
okay.
old video. I'll show you it, but I
Yeah.
think you already know what it is.
Yeah.
So I did a video. Well, we did a lot of like anime inspired stuff back then. He drew,
Yeah.
so he really liked it. He was a fairy tale fan, so that's cringe. And then and then
Damn.
he eventually showed me this Naruto AMV that I know the exact. I know what it is. I'm gonna send it to you later.
Okay.
But it was 2 animals, I think. The song Animals. But yeah, anyways, he showed me this AMV.
Oh, yeah,
It was like
yeah.
7th, 8th grade, and from there we watched like mad AMVs, like the old ones, and then I remember being like, I'm gonna try, and then I started posting every other day basically on.
Wow.
At first I made 3 AMVs on YouTube. One of them,
Yeah.
my first ever one, won a contest that got me in 3rd place from amvcloud.com.
Wow.
Do you remember that website?
Yeah. I think I remember.
Yeah, so
AMVcloud.com.
yeah, they used to repost on Instagram and stuff, but I got in
Yeah,
3rd place
yeah.
in their contest for my first AMV, and then I realized that, oh, like, I'll just post on Instagram because their views are doing better here than they were
Yeah.
anywhere else. And then yeah, from
100%.
there I just kind of kept doing it because I enjoyed it. I used to show friends all the time, especially my one friend Aaron. I would show him like every single day. Then eventually it just kept going. I met people. We started the group. I was in parkour at the time, so I was filming and editing for parkour people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, eventually it just kept going until Carson eventually sent me the After Effects crack.
Oh
for
wow.
CS6, and that's when I switched over it.
CS6. Holy shit.
And then I learned After Effects in 1 month and immediately knew how to do Actually, I knew how to do everything before even touching it because I used to watch Freddie W.
Oh, Freddie W is the goat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All his
Yeah. Yeah.
tutorials I used to watch without even having the software because I knew it
Yeah,
was what I wanted to
same.
get into. So when I initially opened it up, I was like, oh, okay, 3D track, mask.
Yeah.
Like I was doing everything. I was like, oh, this is easy. and then
Yeah.
and then after that, it was a plugging game for me. Like, oh, what's the next plugin I can get? Twitch? Ooh, Twixter? Ooh.
Yep. Yep.
Just
yep.
finding the next thing. That was
The next
kinda,
thing that will help.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, anything that made it more fun. I remember Sapphire came to mind because of the Psycho strips that Carson used to use, or Psycho
Yeah.
blobs.
Yeah.
And then I used Universe for their VHS filter.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
Holy
then,
fuck, I
then
forgot about that stuff.
yeah, it's all ingrained in the back of my head. I don't use Universe anymore, sadly.
Mm.
But, yeah, I just kept going. I don't know why
Yeah.
I didn't stop, but, like, even throughout high school, I would, like, barely pay attention in school, come back home and edit something.
That's why I stopped a little bit because I started actually failing classes because all I could think about was go home and edit.
Do you want to know my GPA is junior year?
What was it?
1.98.
Holy shit, Joe.
Do you want to know what it was when I graduated?
What?
2.5 because I got all A's the rest of the years because school was fucking easy and I still grinded on editing. I was just like, oh, I just didn't care enough to try. I was hanging out with friends and editing, and then I cut out friends because a lot of them, I don't want to get into it, but we don't talk to them, and then I started doing school. So I was like,
Yeah.
A's.
No, same here, man. It was for me, like back then. I was like, girls, editing, friends, gaming. That's all I fucking thought about, bro. That's all. And it was so bad. It was so bad.
I don't date now, which is kind of funny.
same.
I just don't. I don't even like have like this urge to. I think like if a girl comes up to me and talks to me, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll entertain this and maybe flirt. But I don't care anymore because during high school, every week, no matter what, I don't even think there was a day when I didn't have a girlfriend throughout high school.
Jesus Christ.
I dated like 40 or 50 girls during high school. It was bad.
You fucking.
Yeah, everyone
it.
used to call me a fuckboy, and it used to get to me a lot. So that's when I stopped talking to a lot of people.
It makes sense.
Around that time.
Makes sense. But hey, man, you're having fun. High school was there to have fun. It was there
was.
to sort of learn, but most of the time you're just kind of fucking around, to be honest.
You know what? The only class I respect. Shout out to my teacher, Mr. Bleep. I'll bleep it.
Okay.
He was my art teacher my last 2 years of school. He did digital art. He was a digital art teacher, and that was new. Like, they didn't have that course yet.
Oh, wow.
So I took it, and it was only Photoshop and Illustrator initially. But I was like, I know how to use After Effects, so can I do the prompts that you're telling me to do, but in After Effects, and so I can animate it? And I was doing stuff in like literal seconds compared to in After Effects, and also making it move and do all this cool shit. And he was like, I can't teach you anything. Just do what you want. I'll give you an A. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I convinced him to get the whole Adobe suite for the school.
Oh, wow.
So everyone in the school started getting into Premiere, After Effects. People were asking me. Oh, fuck, I wish it was in here. I made my yearbook cover.
Yeah.
It, like, everyone was getting into it, asking me stuff, and I remember just fucking, like, going super crazy with that, especially with the film. I did a lot of stuff for that school. I got them, like, actual digital art classes, like, to get into editing and film, because our school was really good in the art program stuff that we had. Even like music. So I did that for them, and I even started the volleyball team. And they won championship.
They didn't have a volleyball team?
Not for guys.
Oh, wow. Okay,
You know,
okay.
oh, you don't know the story. I have the same exact story as Hinata from Haiku.
Oh my gosh.
Like
There's no way.
bar for bar, what he went through, I went through.
Really?
Yeah, go through the story. I'm gonna tell you. If you do, you remember how much do you remember? I don't
I
want to put you on the
remember.
spot.
I can remember like vaguely, but I remember like in the beginning, he couldn't get into a team or
Mm,
something like that because all he wanted to do was spike, right?
yeah,
Shit like
and
that.
they didn't have a team.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And then what did he
Same
do?
thing.
So what did he do to practice?
Didn't he just throw it at the fucking wall, or he made people do it for him, or some shit
No,
like that? I can't remember fully.
okay. So before he went into high school and he got into like the actual club, he practiced with the girls'
Oh
team.
yeah, with the girls. That's right. That's
I
right.
did the same exact thing.
Really?
Going into because I was joining a club because our school
Yeah.
didn't have it, so I was like, I'm gonna join this club where these national kids went to, and they're all Olympians now. It's fucking weird, but
Jesus Christ.
the like I practiced with them to get into there, and
Oh,
this is
okay.
before Haiku came out, by the way. FYI,
Okay.
this is before it came out. So I practiced with them for a year, joined the club, got because that was my first time playing with them, and I got
Yeah.
better because during that season. And then I remember getting a whole age up because they went by ages, so it was like 16 division, 17, 18. I was 16, so I got into the
Yeah. Yeah.
17s because I was like slightly better than most people, so they upped me.
Right.
Our team colors were black and orange. I had the same number as Hinata. I was the same height as him, and I was also a spiker.
Wow.
I bar for bar, and we won a mass like the most massive championship we could have,
Holy shit.
and it was like
You pretty much you won states, pretty much. Like.
yeah, sort of because it wasn't like based around a school. It was it's all
Okay.
recreational. We went to like Boston, played in like um this large like convention center type of thing. There's just
Yeah. Yeah.
courts everywhere.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I did that, and then eventually, my last year, I started a team. Our team sucked.
Oh, okay.
I left last few games because it was just going from one to the other was so bad. I
Yeah.
hated it. So I left, but then the team stuck around. They won championships recently.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, so I'm just
Holy
glad
shit.
that something that I made in high school stuck around.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Same with me and Brendan. We didn't really have like a news division. There was one, but no offense, they were mid. And so like when we got there, we practically wrote and created everything for the student association media, and to this day
Damn.
they still use what we've taught. And
Oh,
I think this summer I have to go down and teach them. I forget when, but
that's funny.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
they didn't know how to edit. They didn't know how, like, they didn't know what type of green screen or something, or how to hang it up. They didn't know how to set up a prompter and a camera, and we
no.
had to do everything. I even told them like what mic to buy, like to do voiceovers, because I was like, oh my god, you guys have nothing.
It's funny
And it
too
sucks because there was a good teacher for that. They just didn't use the good teacher. Shout out to that teacher. They used like the student association teacher, which he's not bad at all. He's a great guy.
yeah,
It's just
good
he
guy,
doesn't
but
know.
not doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I had the same slightly experience for that same teacher that did my art class or my
Yeah.
digital class. I wrote him a plan for how to teach people how to do After Effects, so
Yeah.
he could teach.
Yeah.
Because he was
That's
like, I
cool
don't.
that you
He's
guys
like,
did After
he,
Effects, man.
well, I was really the only one. We just had we had it. It was basically the
yeah.
option. They didn't teach it, so I had to give him a lesson plan to
Yeah.
to teach kids how to use it, and I don't know if he still uses it. Apparently, he wants me to visit the school one day, but I told
Yeah.
him I was gonna come back when I accomplish something, because I don't want to be one of
Oh,
those
I see what
guys
you
that
mean.
just like, oh, I work for, uh, just something locally that's insignificant to what I
Right. Right.
care. So when I went to LA was when I texted him. I was like, oh, maybe I'll come. I had that
Yeah.
Kanye story under my belt, and I was like, ooh, maybe I could.
Yeah. No. Same. That's like recently there, because I work for a corporation. I don't know if I should say, but
It's up to you.
I'll keep it low key for now. But
Okay.
you know which one. I'm
I
talking
know
about.
there's two,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, there's two, but yeah, so that one, and then like right when that happened, like news spread like wildfire, and then my teachers were just asking me to come to talk to the students some shit, and I'm just like, wait a second, like I, it's cool, but just instead I ended up going down just visiting my teacher, or my graphics teacher, and it was really cool. But I didn't even really say a speech or anything. I just wanted to hang out and fucking see how different the school is because it's been almost 5 years since then. It's
Can
just
you
fucking crazy.
can you explain a little bit what you're doing now? You don't have to say like the place you're working at, but the
Yeah, no, yeah. I work in like film,
yeah, film.
like what Josh does too, but like more.
I tried to go more the YouTube route. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
more fun for me.
I'll just say it's very corporate and it's very like
Studio type
scary,
of
but
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, but it's actually really cool. I'm interning and PAing and like um you don't really realize the amount of work until you do it. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I knew the amount of work, but it's just seeing it corporately was
Mm-hmm.
really interesting because they have a whole system that they go through, and it's like 12-hour days, which is fucking insane. But
Yeah, that
there is a lot of breaks in between, so I get it. But Jesus,
that reminds me
yeah,
too, because I didn't have the corporate experience. I had the most uncorporate experience. Like it was like when I went to LA and I had that film shoot down there.
that was cool. I remember you posting that.
Yeah, specifically with like the Batman area with the lights where they filmed
Yeah,
Batman.
that was fucking cool, dude.
I remember filming that day, and we had PAs. We had the whole
Yeah,
shebang.
the whole
but
shebang.
but like everyone was like film students at like USC. Like they're all like actually like tryhards when it comes to all this stuff. So I remember like a few people slacking, and I'm the VFX director at the time. So I'm here to just
Yeah.
like direct VFX, not move a camera, but because I'm so used to how I do YouTube videos, and this is for YouTube anyway, so I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, let me go help. I'm gonna go do this. They're like, Josh, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm putting the thing away. They're like, no, you don't do that. You stay here. You're good. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like with you though, you'd probably get in trouble if you did something you're not supposed to do.
Oh, 100%. But most of the time it was really chill, only because like it was more learning experience at the same time like getting paid for it.
Mm,
But getting to know these guys that were on the red carpet type of shit was like really fucking weird to me because
you met.
it's Hawaii,
Oh,
you know.
I'm gonna be as undescript as I can. Have you met the
Yeah.
actors for it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really weird because like you just gotta act normal. Like they even tell you like when you're signing up for this kind of shit, like you can't ask them for autographs, you can't ask this, that, and the other. And so it's like, okay, I'll just act normal when you see them and they're there. And they just say, hey, what's up? You're just like, oh, hi. Like you can't really
Yeah.
like react.
Yeah.
It's trippy.
I mean, that's kind of
You know?
that's what I did. I mean, I remember like seeing a bunch of like big YouTubers, and I was just like,
100%.
I'm like,
Must have been weird.
some of them I just didn't know that were big YouTubers, and I'm just talking to them
Yeah,
normal, and then I'm like, oh, you're a big YouTuber. There was one
Yeah.
dude. I'll mention his name. It's fine. Brendan Suhu.
Oh, wow.
He was in like everything. He's in one episode of Community because he was a child actor at the time.
Yeah.
He's in
yeah,
Tropic
yeah.
Thunder, bunch of other stuff. I remember he was
Yeah.
there on the shoot, and I'm like, oh, he's just a friend of Jimmy's that acts, and I'm talking to him the whole day, and then I was like, oh, I'll go home with Brendan. He seems cool, and then and then I'm like, we're walking in like the middle of LA, and I was like, Bren, I'm getting Brendan and Brandon
Yeah,
mixed up.
yeah.
Okay, Brandon was like, well, I was like, yo, you look so familiar. Why do I know you? He's like, bro, I'm an actor. I was like, where have you been in? And he tells me all these movies. I was like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after that, a lot of my nerves with like talking to actors and people like that, I was like, oh, it's whatever. Everyone's chill.
Yeah.
I remember
I'm
like
glad, like
it's wait, it's really
No,
funny
no,
too
go,
because
go, go.
we're on like the rooftop and like I'm cuddling with like Con and Brendan, like on the roof, and we're just like chilling there. And I don't know. Well, I know who Con was, but I didn't know who Brandon was, and I was just like, oh, that's whatever. And then I find out, I'm like, what am I doing?
You're just chilling there, man. And you don't even realize you're like, oh wait a second.
No, they know how to make you feel important down there. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah, no, 100%, and especially because you've had that's a very big role. Like when I look at being on that, like, those sets.
Yeah, I
VFX
wasn't even
director is huge.
I wasn't even considered a VFX director until the whole thing was over. I was like, "Can I write myself as the VFX director for this?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure."
See, but still, that's a very big ass role because that's
Yeah.
like the department I was helping out with at the time. And so like seeing that person, yeah. So like I can't really say a lot. I'm trying to like hold myself,
You're
but
good. You're good. Yeah,
it's
cuz
you
I
had a big role.
I remember cuz it was my first time like directing, like telling people what to do. They were like, "You have to tell the cameraman where to be. You have to tell where the lights need to go, where the actors need to do." And I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
I'm like, and I fell into it pretty nicely, which was good. I think I'm just used to telling people what to do, which might be a bad thing, but
Oh.
yeah, Curtis likes
Hey,
that.
that's fine. Oh wait, wait a second.
All right,
But
I'll
no,
cut.
yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense because you also had. I mean, you're an editor, and when you edit, you know what you want, and so for
Yeah.
you when you were there, I feel like it was just easy for you to be like, no, that has to be there. Like that's the
Yeah.
only way I'm gonna be able to do this, that, and the other. So
Yeah, exactly. There was only a few things. Like, it was so hard. Some days we would film for 11 hours. I'm there doing absolutely jack shit, which is why I started helping out with, like, the PAs and, like, the grips. I was like, let me just do something. Because, like, I'm here, like, planning a shot that I already have planned out. And I'm going to have 15 minutes max to film it. And then it's like,
I
okay,
see.
like, the rest of the day I'm doing jack shit. I remember the first day I almost passed out
Oh shit.
on the roof because it was so hot. And it was, like, dehydrated. I was like, oh, God, this is bad.
I see. I see. It was like summertime. Was it like summertime-ish?
I don't remember what month I went down there, but it was like on top of a roof in the middle of the day in like 70, 80 degree, almost 90-degree weather. And
Okay.
I had sweatpants on too because I didn't pack the right clothes
I see.
with the hoodie. I have a clip of it actually I can show you. I don't know if they still have the behind the scenes from that.
I'll bet.
There's one where they're setting up cameras and they're like, Josh, go stand there so we can get like a reference on where the actors are gonna be. And I'm just there flossing.
Jesus
just dancing.
We
a little
love
bit.
Fortnite.
We love Fortnite. Yeah. I also
That's
never.
pretty dope, dude.
I haven't gotten that drunk in a while either.
Oh god, I don't want to get.
You're going to when I come
I mean,
down.
I'll get blasted with you, but not like.
You don't have to get
I
like.
did
You don't
with
have to
another-
go like extreme. I feel like just
Yeah, yeah,
like. I want you to be on the same level as me, as least.
Yeah. I
But
feel like
but I might.
I can get there.
I don't plan on being blackout. I don't want that either. I think that's just bad.
I can't. I did that recently. I can't do it again. That was the first time it happened to me.
Yeah.
Never again.
The only time it ever happened to me was again LA. I apparently yelled at a homeless man. I felt bad. Or I tried to start a fight and my friend had to like bring me to the karaoke spot, and then I remember waking up there and throwing up.
Oh
And
wow.
It was bad. Damn.
Yeah, the
man.
feeling after is just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's not fun. I woke up
It ain't.
sober, or not hungover. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, I don't really.
Don't drink, kids.
Yeah, don't drink. I don't know if a lot of young people watch this. Hopefully not. I think it's everyone is like,
But if you're older, drink responsibly. That's all I gotta say. Don't drink and drive.
get blasted.
Get blasted, but don't drive. That's all.
Yeah, don't be like me when I had a girlfriend. We got drunk at a party and she wanted to go home so we could fuck. So I had to drive drunk.
You should have just got in the car and did it, bro. Like, hey man, that works.
That didn't work for her apparently.
Okay, I get it.
That was
I
close
get
to my house. It's fine.
it. Okay.
Oh my god, is there
Drink
any?
responsibly, kids.
Yes, drink responsibly. Is there anything you want to talk about on this podcast?
I couldn't really think of anything. We kind of got to the topic about just how you and me met, and then like how we kind of just honestly recently reconnected because I hopped on your stream and I was like, hey,
that's on you.
that's on me.
Yeah, it's on you, but I'm glad you did because I haven't had a. I don't want to get deep, but like no, I'll get deep. I'll get slightly deep, but like I haven't had like a legit friend group in like forever, and I consider you guys probably the closest thing I have to one because
You're pretty much.
I don't talk to anybody. Any point in the day, Nate is the only person that I talk to, IRL.
Yeah.
So like, having that thing where I can look forward to being like, oh, it's like 6 or 7. Oh, let me see if everybody's on Discord, and then I just wait.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
Um,
haven't had that. The fact that I'm meeting everyone's gonna be sick.
yeah, no, yeah, and that's why I'm glad that you kind of got, I wouldn't say like indoctrinated, but like,
No, I got adopted. Like,
yeah, adopted, like what Jay says.
yeah,
But no, yeah, like it's so we've had this friend group. So Chronix is also like an extension of an old friend group that we have, which is called like Taka, and that's like
yeah.
the main
Please,
thing that
please
me and my friends were.
explain all of that to them as well.
Bet. So like back in high school, like towards the end of it, um, gaming was always a huge thing for me and like my friend group, and like we were like, at first we were called Reap Gaming, and we would like do COD tournaments and we do LAN tournaments and stuff like that. Mind you, we were fucking 14, 15 doing this shit against like 21-year-olds. We somehow would like do okay. And so we like, as a kid, that would just boost your fucking ego. Like, we're Reap Gaming, fuck yeah. Like after that, we just, that's a good point. That's when I really started getting into editing because I tried to start doing montages for the Reap Gaming group, and then that's what got me into Sony Vegas at the time. And that's when it, the fucking quick scoping shit. And after that,
That's so funny.
that's where that started. And I knew jack shit. It was the first edit I've ever made for like a montage was completely fucking terrible. It was just fucking like fucking lens flares everywhere and fucking well, I forgot all the effects. But
You at least
it was
edited.
terrible.
Fucking Mountain Dew, the Dorito bag.
Exactly. That's all it was at first.
Yeah.
But I did it. I wanted to try. And so then I had the leader at the time, his Chasen, or it's Homifix, shout out to him.
Yeah.
For Reap Gaming, we had that, and then I think he left to another group for a little bit because at the time they were really into competitive COD. But then we got back together again, like all of us, which would be like, it's Ryusei, Homifix, Saint Josiah, all these people, which in real life we're all very close friends.
Yeah.
We consider each other family at this point because it's been fucking years, like over a decade of us all being together. But pretty much, we had Reap Gaming. It turned into Taka, and then with Taka, that's when I tried to. I started like a Hawaii group, AMV group, which was Aloha. That's a side thing, but I could probably talk about that later.
Yeah.
But pretty much, we had Taka, and then we were doing Taka stuff for a little bit. I started streaming a lot. They started streaming a lot. This whole friend group was like pretty much doing a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
And then
Just all
after a
games.
while, we tried to do big things, which was like start a car group, which we did, and it's still around. Then we really tried to get the gaming going. And we tried to start like a big streamer group, and it was going okay, especially during COVID. But like, post COVID, after that, maybe like last year, it kind of died down because a lot of us were like really adulting, so it was like a little harder to keep up.
Everyone's trying to work and
Yeah.
grind, I guess.
Work, school, graduate. It's been crazy. So like we lost a lot of time, but COVID gave us some time. And I remember like I was just posting gaming clips on TikTok. One of them got pretty decent views, but
It's like almost 1 million on there.
yeah, which was crazy at the time. And I wish I like utilized that, but I was like, nah, I could stream and it'll come to that.
It is kind of hard to utilize
man.
TikTok, yeah, unless you consistently have clips getting that. Like just one or two doing it is not gonna transfer over that well.
Exactly, and that's why I was like, fuck, I should have just kept going. But it's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, so me, Saint Josiah, it's Home Effects, and it's Ryusei. We really tried to start Taka hardcore. We had a guy, it's Lammy or Ryan. His girlfriend Courtney. We had my friend Darren. Pretty much everybody that's in Congress
Yeah,
right now.
literally everybody.
The entire
there's like
them
40 or
was
50
also
of them.
Yeah, there's way too much of us, but yeah, there was a lot of us. And shout out to all of you guys. If you guys
shout
watch
out
this podcast.
actually.
Yeah, Kobe, Jay, fucking everybody. Shout out. But pretty much, yeah. So we had this friend group going forever, and then like I reconnected with Josh.
Yeah,
like, hey.
it's kind of funny too how we reconnected because, I mean, like I feel like we talked in here very rarely actually.
Yeah.
Before
it
this,
was kind of rare.
But you started.
We'd still be sus even then, which is funny.
I don't remember that. I remember.
Don't act like you don't remember it.
I actually don't.
He's a little sus, not like super. Like,
yeah.
No, that's different.
Oh yeah, like I'll kiss you, BB.
Yeah, just really small
yeah,
stuff.
small stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember you reposting a lot of Chronic's podcast clips of you on.
Yeah.
And then that led me to watch Chronic's podcast, which is Brendan's podcast. You're he calls you a co-host.
Yeah.
You consider that?
Yeah, I'm not fully because it's his, but I like to be a co-host because
or just like a very reoccurring guest type of thing.
Yeah. So because I was so reoccurring, I was like, I might as well put co-host, and he's like, yeah, bet. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's just how it goes.
Yeah, they started doing that, and then I watched literally every single podcast. When they came out, I was looking forward to it. I was like, oh, it's not on yet.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
Yeah, and that's why we're trying to get another one out pretty soon too. So I think I'm gonna let Brendan know about that. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it'll be cool. But yeah, that I mean, I guess you can keep going off of the podcast thing because from that I remember I started talking to you more. I think saying like, oh, the podcast cool, sick, whatever.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold up. So.
Oh yeah, I might be saying this twice. My bad, guys. He had to go for a second.
My bad.
It's all good. But I remember seeing all the clips on Instagram. I talked to you about it.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, this is sick, cool. And then I think we started talking a lot more during that time because I was like, oh, people... in my head, it was because... like you were doing YouTube and like it's rare that I see people like trying to do similar things to me, like, oh, they're trying to do YouTube, like, oh, that's sick, like no one's just trying to do this or that. It's like they align. They aligned with some of the values that I was like looking for friends, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And I think we just started talking, and then at one point you came into my Twitch stream. You subbed. You were my first sub. You're a lot of my first, man. That's kind of weird.
Well, that's good. No. Yeah, that's good. No. I saw it, and I was like, because you were streaming, and that was something I did a lot, and so like the same way, it's like our values were aligning, and I was like, I want to support this guy. I've known him forever. Yeah. So like.
And then I remember you came on call, and we talked for a while. Forget. Pidge came on for a sec.
Pidge.
I think Alex might have came on, but I could be wrong. But I remember we just talked, and then I think I ended stream, and then I was like, oh, I'm already in the Chronix Discord, and you're like, oh, I want to say hi to everybody, but I needed a gateway. I can't just join Discord calls with a bunch of people, so I was like, oh, I'll go with Curtis.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, everybody, this is my friend. This is Josh. You guys remember him? I used to talk about him, and I collabed with him, and and they were like, oh, hey, Josh, what's up? Yeah,
that was when Kobe was on way more often, too.
Yeah, everybody's getting busy, so it's been rough. But he has cats now. We go over to his house to play with them. So when you're down, maybe you can.
I'm down whenever. I just want to see everybody.
You'll be able to. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that figured out. So. Yeah,
I mean, regardless, like I'm glad I'm going with my brother. I know if I didn't, it would have been so bad because if like for some reason you guys weren't available at all, like one of the days. I would have just stayed at whatever place I'm staying at. I wouldn't have left. I wouldn't have gone to get food. I wouldn't have gone to the beach or whatever. So now that my brother's there, it's like, oh, okay, like we'll go hiking up the volcano or whatever the fuck. That's a volcano, right? Because they kept telling me it is, and I didn't know.
Diamond Head? Is that the one?
The biggest point.
The one you always see like on.
Yeah,
it's like that,
I think
that's Diamond Head. Yeah, it was a volcano before.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know. Everyone kept telling me it was a volcano here, and I'm like, for some reason, I think it's just like a mountain. I don't think it's a volcano.
From the perspective, it looks like a mountain, and then when you do the hike and you look in the crater, it's a whole volcano. So.
Oh, okay.
You'll see.
Yeah,
you'll see.
But like we're gonna be doing that, eating a lot.
I want to bring
fishing.
You to Zippy's when you're down here.
Yeah, everyone
I'll
told
want
me
to
about
bring
that. That was literally what I was thinking. I was like, literally, I'm just gonna go to Zippy's first thing when I get there.
Yeah.
Also, if we go to a club, depending on how many people there are, because I don't have a lot of money, I'm buying everybody drinks.
Jesus.
A round.
That might be a lot of
one
people.
round. One round. Of shots,
Okay.
or like I don't know, something that like is manageable. If there's only like, if there's a lot, that might be a no-go. I might buy you a drink as like a old time homie type of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah,
like, if there's like 6 of us, I'm like, I'll buy a shot for
yeah.
everybody.
Okay. If I'm inviting everybody in this friend group, and I mean everybody, there's at
I'm
least 20
down.
people that
I
would come.
yeah, I would
So,
be. I would prefer that if
yeah.
if more people came. It would just
I'm
make
gonna
more.
try. I'm gonna plan it out because I want to make sure that we all have a good time, and then
Yeah.
they all get to meet you, and then I get to fucking spend some time with you. Since Jesus Christ, we've known each other for a while.
Yep. I'm gonna be vlogging. I need
I'll
to.
vlog too.
Yes, please. I feel like it would be so sick if like me, you. I want to try and convince Brendan to vlog too.
I think he'll be down. I think he'd be down.
Yeah, because I know. I don't know how down he is to do the podcast. With me
He's
while I'm
down.
down there. Okay. Then yeah. I mean.
110%.
Then yeah, we'll just record. I'm not taking this
Okay.
camera, even though this is my best camera. I think it's too much of
Yeah.
a thing to lug around. So I'm gonna take my very old camera that I shot Naruto versus Sasuke on,
Oh wow.
a little Canon power shot thing.
Yeah, that works.
And it has like a nostalgic feel, so I think it'll work for the stuff that I want to record.
Oh yeah.
I have
100%.
this one idea. This isn't the other thing I mentioned to you before. Not that.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say, you're
This
gonna
is
tell them.
no. This is a different thing. I gotta send you the playlist too, because I have a playlist of songs that I want to use on the vlog, because I'm gonna be recording like almost every second if I can.
Okay.
I want to do one night of me and you. More people can come, but like more specifically just me and you is like the primary. And I just want to drive around late at night blasting songs and have us just fuck around in the car and just like
Okay.
doing that, so that way I can have like a montage of stuff. I'm gonna plan
Yeah.
I plan content, all right guys, so what? That's fine.
Hey man, it's always good to do pre-production, man. You need it. You need it. People
We
don't
need it.
realize it.
Yeah, it's
don't
it's
realize
like planning a hangout with your friends. Like I need
Exactly.
I need to plan this late night car ride with Curtis, and then I'm gonna force him to dance, and then anyways, bye guys. This is the
What?
podcast. This is the
Hey,
third
yo,
party.
wait a
This
minute,
is the
wait a
third party podcast. Thank you for watching. Yeah,
Wait
I
a
mean that's actually it. We've been
Okay,
recording long
okay,
enough,
okay.
but thank you guys for watching. Sponsors the sponsors in the description. Thank Brendan that I even got the W sponsorship. W 10% off, Skillshare 30% off your first month, and Starforge Systems. We don't have a discount code, but if you use it, I get money, so that's cool.
So you should use it.
Capitalism, guys. Any final words? Do you want to shout out anything?
Shout out Chronix, shout out Taka, and shout out Moon.
Yes,
Yes.
shout out Moon. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
this is fun.
this was
And
fun.
then check out.
Please check out
my
Chronix.
links, I don't know.
And, yeah, I'll put links for your stuff and Chronix separately.
Bet.
But yeah, check out Chronix and their podcast, because it's really fun.
One should be coming out shortly.
Yes, please do. And if you support them, and they do well, they'll make more of them.
Yes.
We can.
And you'll
what's-
see
what's
Josh
the
on
word?
one.
Yeah, I'll be on one.
Yeah.
Probably late July. So
Yes.
early August, whenever he
I
decides.
look forward to that,
upload it.
guys.
Yes. That one I need. Okay, I'm gonna go. Peace out, guys.
Okay.
Peace.